All right, so look, man, the boy Trap Lil Ross dropped this joint on how Lil Wet beat 4 murders, man. This is no limit. And I don't know Lil Wet, but beating 4 murders is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Dude, like the street boozy, man. I don't know Lil Wet, though. Anyway, Trap Lil Ross be doing his homework, man. So let's get straight into it, see what he talking about. See how this went down.
For decades for control of Terrortown, and he had apparently faced murder charges twice in the past. Some have suggested that Big Wet's killer may have been shooter shells from Black Mob, but for the record, others have contended this version of events. But much more shocking than the actual murder of Big Wet was actually what came next. Because less than 24 hours after the murder of his father, Big Wet, Lil Wet, aka Wet 'em Up from No Limit, would hit the streets in a fit of rage hoping to get revenge. Police would later claim that Lil Wet went into the Nadia Fish and Chicken restaurant at the corner of East 75th Street and South Coles Avenue, this being within a mile of his father's death location. Outside the restaurant was 4 men. 2 were chased into the restaurant and fatally shot in front of shocked diners, and the 2 other men attempted to run away, ultimately being chased down and fatally shot dead in 2 different nearby parking lots. And apparently 2 of the deceased men were blood brothers, visiting their mother who worked at this restaurant, with their own...
Hold on. Oh, he caught 4 of them boys at one time. He said he hit Cuz and then chased another one down into another parking lot and hit him in a different parking lot. He was on dog. He wasn't playing no games, bro. And it's saying killed in Chicago South Shore neighborhood. Oh, he from Chicago. Sound like some Chicago shit, man. I ain't even gonna cap.
Grandmother being seen, pictured by the news, breaking down at the scene upon discovering the tragic news, and would later appear in an interview with local news at the scene of the crime, with the distraught mother being led away from the scene in tears.
Do you have any idea why anyone wanted to do this to your family?
No, if I find out who did it,
lost
I'm sure
both.
We had heard maybe there was there were shots fired inside the restaurant and they came back.
Yeah, they were shooting at somebody, they say, inside the restaurant. My boys just got in the way, I guess.
So they were shooting inside the
They got 2 bodies inside the restaurant of somebody else's kids, I imagine. They said it's 2 boys inside the restaurant. So if they got 2 bodies inside and 2 outside, oh, they just killed a whole bunch of kids up today. I just know my baby, 1 there and 1 down the street. No, they was outside. I guess they running different directions trying to get away from the shots. It's saddening to me because they got my babies out here in the rain and the water just laying on the sidewalk.
Damn. I ain't gonna cap. Graham Duke strong as hell. No tears. She used to the deaths. She be expecting the deaths. Like, obviously. Bro, how is you even able to just talk to the news just comfortable, no tears, not just, they got my babies. Both of them. Oh, this is sad as hell, for real.
I mean, cover them up or something. They're just open. They just laying there on the street. They've been out here for almost 4 hours. 4 hours. How do you lay a kid on the ground?
Lil Wet, real name Maurice Harris, would later be arrested by police after allegedly being identified as the shooter, being charged with all 4 murders, with the police even publicly stating his involvement in the No Limit gang as part of the Black P Stones, with the cops quickly fixating on the murder of his father Big Wet the day before as a clear motive, with the arrest for this mass shooting that claimed 4 lives even making it to the TV news, which is a rarity in Chicago where murder is so commonplace.
Well, police make an arrest in a shooting that killed 4 people in the South Shore neighborhood. The suspect lost his father to gun violence just the day before.
Police say the 2 cases are related and both are tied to gang conflicts. Tonight, 1 man is in custody, 19-year-old Maurice Harris, and investigators say he is not cooperating with them. Police say the quadruple murders outside this South Shore restaurant were a planned execution in retaliation for the murder of Maurice Harris's father, Jerry Jacobs, who, like his son, was a documented gang member.
Jerry Jacobs is murdered, then 24 hours later, his own son goes and kills 4 people. So obviously, those 2 incidents are related.
19-year-old Maurice Harris is now being held without bail on 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Ooh, and
it is his first charge as an adult, but not his first run-in with Chicago police.
While I can't go into the specifics into his extensive juvenile history, as we've seen too many times before here in Chicago, he's no stranger to CPD. nor is he unfamiliar with using an illegal handgun.
Tonight, in the South Shore neighborhood, the Chicken and Fish restaurant is open again, even while neighborhood residents come by to see where such a violent crime occurred.
This would be a huge case, and beating it would seem impossible to Lil Wet. Funnily enough, his No Limit homie G Herbo would even rap about the situation on his song 4 Minutes of Hell, saying that his little cousin is fighting 4 bodies, and that if he beats them, he's gonna fly him out to Egypt. Perhaps Herbo thought that beating such serious charges would be impossible for his cousin. But in one of the most
I wonder if he flew that nigga out to Egypt, nigga. Don't be in the capital of my life.
surprising turn of events in this story. Despite police claiming to have had witnesses positively ID Lil Wet as the shooter, in June 2020, after spending over 3 years in jail awaiting trial, prosecutors would drop all charges against Lil Wet. Apparently, despite even having witnesses pick Lil Wet out in a photo array, ultimately the state's attorney found that the eyewitness accounts to be unreliable, with the cops claiming insufficient evidence to move forward with the case, with Wet's attorneys going on to say they had provided a strong alibi that apparently proved Lil Wet could not be the real shooter. After the news broke, Lil Wet would be released, being seen on social media celebrating and laughing the moment he got out.
With Grammarly Business's Secure AI, insightful prompts and suggestions help you get more done.
Boy did 3 of them things fighting that joint and got the charges dropped.
Shutty, real bounty. Hey, fuck you talking about? Mayweather. Mayweather. Your shit got long, Shutty. That shit long. Woo! You know we gonna be at the gate. You can turn that shit to a memory, yeah? That's a memory. We smashing. Oh, my great. County killer, fuck. Damn, damn, bro. Oh, my God.
He said, I can't breathe.
Shutty came out long time. Tell him. Shit.
And Lil Wet would even go on to open up about beating these charges in a 16 Shot'Em interview, sporting an enormous smile and taking an enormous hit on the blunt when 16 asks him about his father being murdered.
So I want to go back to like around the time like with the situation with your father. Like, first of all, I want to say RP to your father, but you know, like when that happened, you got the news. What were you like? What was you doing?
Smoking on nigga.
Man, I was doing what I was doing.
He would go on to say that when he found out his dad died, everything went dark and he woke up being charged with 4 murders.
Everything just went dark. Like, it was just, it's hard to explain. Like, everything just went dark.
What time was you facing?
Shit, I was facing shit like hell, life. I was nothing else. Hell.
Ultimately, Wet would say that the cops' case was based entirely on gossip, suggesting that they had rushed the case.
Actually, be the case, shit, the lack of evidence. The lack of evidence, they rushed their case too fast, and shit, when it all came out, the truth came out, shit, they rushed their case too fast. The lack of evidence.
So what evidence was they using, or was it just like some type of...
He say, she say, shit, you know how the streets just talk.
It's also worth noting that according to NBC News, Lil Wet and his family had apparently previously filed a lawsuit against Chicago police in relation to an illegal strip search that was carried out when Lil Wet was just a minor.
But NBC5 has confirmed that last year Harris's family filed a federal lawsuit against the department related to an alleged incident involving a strip search by 2 off-duty Chicago police officers when Harris was just 14 years old. One officer involved has since left the force. The department is not commenting on that case.
Ultimately, despite claims of an open and shut case, Chicago police would drop all the charges and Lil Wet would be a free man once again. Now, for the record, many believe that there is perhaps much more to the story, and if police truly didn't have enough evidence to convict Lil Wet, then surely someone else must have done the crime. But regardless of who you believe was truly responsible, Lil Wet would return home free of any consequence at all. And naturally, off the back of the sheer scale of the crime that he was accused of, he would become a mythical figure in the history of No Limit, with endless speculation over whether or not he was responsible for these 4 brutal murders. But unfortunately for No Limit, while Lil Wet was in jail, they would end up losing another one of their members, the one possibly with the most feared reputation of all, Mad Max.
No, thank you.
Yeah, but where Lil Wet at now though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know he just got out and just chilled. Oh, it's over? Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I wonder where Lil Wet at now, man. Is he still free? Is he locked back up? You know what I'm saying? Did somebody get him? Because that was a grip ago. Damn. No, because they said that happened in 2017. He did 3, so he probably got out during the pandemic. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I gotta look him up, man. See what's going on with boy. He did some ultimate shit right there. Niggas got my pops 24 hours later. I got 4 niggas. Whoo. Laying shit down, man. That's crazy. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. About to get up out of here. Sub to the channel. Make sure you like this video. GoHammTV.